Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary.
Hey y'all. Oh, I got the receipt. I had the wrong receipts up. That was Tiffany Henyard. Henyard. Hey y'all, welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. It's your girl Burgundy Blue. I hope all is well with you and yours. Today we're talking Gypsy Rose. If I have any new subscribers, which I did get off of talking about Dalton, my hometown, I appreciate you so much. I will be going live later tonight to go over some things. But right now we're talking Gypsy Rose. Oh my goodness. Okay, who? Yeah, it's the one who got rid of her mom. Well, what do we say? Her mom, her boyfriend did. So if you didn't know, this is Gypsy Rose. Let's start from the beginning, child. We're gonna make it real fast. You know, I have my thoughts, of course. That's why I'm on here. I would love. Let me see, and let me invite y'all. If anybody has something to say, as long as it's respectful in the we're good to go. I'm putting the link, and the StreamYard link is pinned in the chat. Okay, so I didn't see it coming this fast. So if you didn't know, real quick background about Gypsy Rose. So Gypsy Rose was the young lady, her mother was keeping sick because she had Munchausen by proxy. That's what they're calling it. And she was making her daughter sick, and she was doing everything from giving her a feeding tube to saying she had cancer, shaving her head, going as far as to get her teeth pulled out. Just so many things to make it for so they can get that money, that those good old donations and stuff that was coming in. So Gypsy Rose decided enough was enough. She gets a computer. I'm making a long story short. She gets a computer. She meets Nick Godejohn, her boyfriend at the time. They come up with a plan, and he said, she's like, well, what would you do to protect me? And he's like, "I do anything, my love." And we know Nick Go to John had a low IQ, right? Some are saying that he had some kind of, I don't want to misdiagnose him, but he was on a spectrum for a lot of things, right? But he had issues mentally. So she allegedly convinced him to go in there and delete her mother, right? So they run away together, they get arrested. Long story short, Gypsy Rose gets sentenced to 10 years. Because of all that she's been through, the judge was lenient. Her boyfriend, Nick Go-to-John, he got life, or 99 years. He'll never get out. So recently, Gypsy Rose was released. And upon her release, now she was in prison, and she told us through numerous articles that she had several men that was coming after her, several men. But she decided on this guy right here, Ryan. Ryan was a school teacher in Louisiana. A lot of people say that he looked like her mom, Dee Dee Blanchard, a little bit, and you could sort of see the resemblance there. But yeah, so she decides she's gonna settle down with Ryan, special ed school teacher, good guy, good on paper. And instead of her moving in with her family, she chose to move in with her husband. Now, we saw that on the Gypsy Rose prison tapes. Now, I'm telling you these stories because this all means income, right? So, yes, a lot of people are saying Gypsy Rose was not able to make income on her story while she was incarcerated. But if you notice now, she had the prison tape confessions when upon her release. She also has Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup coming to Lifetime. So she has income. Let's not even forget social media. One day Gypsy Rose went live. She was mad because she had to delete her because of her possible parole violation. She would have to delete her TikTok, and she couldn't even collect her ad revenue from there, from the creators fund. I want you to know that I'm saying that for a reason. Okay. So Gypsy Rose was released in December. Now she is married to this man and released to his care. Now, a lot of y'all was saying in the comments before, Gypsy Rose is manipulative. Gypsy Rose is this. You guys, for the first time, I said, well, her mom did all these things to her. She's probably like this for a reason, right? Y'all, she's manipulative. She's manipulative. I see Gypsy Rose going back in for breaking parole. Okay, I definitely see her going back in for breaking parole. So, you guys, she was married and now she's with this guy. But this is what got me. It was what we all thought was going to happen. The same old, same old. She was going to claim to be a victim. Not to say she wasn't a victim before of her mother, but it went into Ryan was yelling and banging at the door, and she had to get out of there. Now, if you recall, do you guys remember that Ryan was saying that the stepmom was trying to get Gypsy and Ken, who was her ex-fiance while she was locked up before Ryan? The stepmom was trying to pass messages to Gypsy and gave Gypsy phone number, and he was like, I didn't like that. Gypsy did not want to be with this man. And we're not going to judge him based on, weight or anything like that. Like, I know people like, oh, he's heavy set. No, she did not want him. She used him. I'm sorry. She used him. She was going off, oh, the D is fire. The D is fire. My marriage is good. It was like 2 weeks ago. She was like, my marriage is good. I'm healthy. I'm happy. And then now she running down the street. Let me tell you, we said it first. It was somebody that said it first in the chat, not me. Gypsy Rose is going to do 3 things. She'll get a nose job. She's going to get her, she wants to be an influencer. So she'll do the nose job and the teeth. And remember, Lamar Odom, he offered to get her teeth done for her. She's going to get a nose job. She's going to do her teeth. And she's about to have a full-on BBL. Okay, a full on body situation. Okay, let's get to the comments and then we're going to read this article. Hey, Soul Man. No, we'll talk about Dalton later tonight. I talk about other stuff, but Dalton has been consuming me. And you know what else? It's gonna be a lot to talk about Monday. So I'm gonna come back tonight. Gypsy realized her husband looked like her mom. Gypsy was like, thanks for the address to parole. And now that I got some money, I'm out. Gypsy Rose literally, you guys, this is what I think happened. December, she was released, December 20 something, right? So December, so January, February, March. She probably had to wait 90 days for her bank account to clear or something. And we could tell Ryan is not going to be on all the stuff I'm about to show you. Ryan is not about to be on all this stuff. He's about to be like, okay, we need to buy a house, we need to save, we need to, and she's probably sitting there like, this is my money. And you know, Gypsy Rose has that immature mentality. But this is my question. She married Ryan while she was in jail. She couldn't have a prenup, right? So let's get to what People Magazine had to say. We're gonna go over there and hit the like, guys. So this is what People Magazine had to say, and I wasn't even shocked. I said this is typical Gypsy, blaming somebody else. Now, I don't get me wrong. I understand as a child she did not have those choices, but the way this is the monster her mother created, and it's a character flaw, and it is what it is. Now let's do our predictions now, shall we? So this man that Gypsy's running around with right here, he's gonna take all her money. I'm not even gonna say allegedly. He's gonna take all her money. Okay, I'm supposed to say allegedly, but that's my prediction. I'm gonna say he's gonna take everything she got. He's gonna have interviews. He's gonna have a book written about it. Like, it's gonna be Gypsy Rose told me the truth. He's about to make a killing out of a Gypsy Rose. Because she just walking around here la 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 la. And how could you be so mean? Let me go here first. Let's go over to let's go to TikTok before we even go there. How could you be so mean to somebody? Ryan allegedly lost his job and he cannot get credible work because he decided to marry Gypsy Rose, who does not identify as an M word, right? I don't identify as that. I didn't do the act. Okay, let's share this screen. Let's go to first house. Now, mind you, she's still married. And this is the thing. Gypsy Rose closed down her TikTok for a while because she was like, oh, I'm tired of the drama. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm tired of people asking me this and that. I just want to focus on my family and my husband. And then she pops up and she's tormenting. Look, this is me in my head. She's tormenting this man with her new life. This is horrible. This is, have you got, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Thanks, Soul Man. Let's go over here. Let's go over here to Gypsy. Let's go to her TikTok. Okay, so she's so desperate. She's so desperate now. She is posting her nose job photos at TM. She's reposting. She's reposted what TMZ posted. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. So she done got her hair blonde. Now she's walking out with, look, holding hands and smoking cigarettes with, y'all. I'm so disappointed in Gypsy Rose. Like, dude and wrote her debit card number down already. Give me the 3 codes on the back is all he need. They got matching tattoos. You're still married. You're still married. And it's a way to do things. She just was like, he fine. She She wanted to be with him, and she was like, he fine. And the dude has no shame because Gypsy Rose is a machine. No matter what happened. Now look at the views she's getting, y'all. So she's getting that AdSense revenue too. And she's just posting pictures and people are just commenting. She just had this pose with Ryan the other day. This her pose. This her go-to, y'all. This her pose. So someone said she had an OnlyFans and she said no. Look, here go her pose with her husband. This was just March 8th. Gypsy said new nose, new hoes. That's it, baby. Gypsy. Oh my gosh. This is her thing right here. Look at her. This was just a couple of weeks ago. Gypsy says she could sweet talk. She could sweet talk. Look at what she's doing. Oh my goodness. I guess you got to live your life for you. I think so. I'm just sitting here like, now you could have went home to your family first. You could have went on home to your family first. And we kept telling her that, not that she was going to listen to us. We kept saying, Gypsy, you might as well go home to your family. Just date Ryan. If it's meant to be, I mean, that was him. Yeah, Ryan, just date Ryan. Let's see what she had to say about OnlyFans.
Whoever is going around with OnlyFans, that's not me. I would never do that.
Yeah, somebody on Reddit joined it. Somebody in Reddit joined it to see, and what they did is somebody went on there and verified an account with another name, and then changed it to your name.
Oh wow!
One day I'll get the hair transplant, but for now I still got.
Stop braiding out your hair.
Well, somebody said get a hair transplant, and I was just responding. One day, I still have a little bit. I'm still good for now.
Still looks good.
Okay.
Whatever is going around with OnlyFans, that's not me. I would never.
We don't believe you, Gypsy, because you would do. I'm sorry, y'all. Look at her. I didn't know that picture was blocking. Look at her. She is this desperate. She's reposting TMZ photos. Don't you have those photos? Like this one. This is a selfie. You got that photo. Why are you doing it with the TMZ logo? You got this photo. Why are you like Gypsy Rose needs some attention. Like, I hope she's still doing this therapy. Because this is like I said, dude about to take all her money. Gypsy Rose said, new nose, new hoes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get to this People magazine article, and I'll leave it there. She has a new nose, like from the side. Her side profile it's like I don't know what to call it. She has like a little hump on her nose. Nothing wrong with it, you know what I mean? But it was something that we already knew she was gonna do, and because she wants to be a beauty influencer. Like, how do you go? Like, you said you were gonna come out here and you were gonna do advocacy work, and I think that was part of the reason they probably paroled her early, because she talked about all the things she wanted to do to help people that may be victims of Munchausen by proxy, right? Baby, she got out there and just had men's. That's it. Men's. Gypsy Rose is for the streets. Okay, let's read this article together, shall we? And thanks for being here, guys. I knew she was gonna leave Ryan. Don't get me wrong. I knew that was gonna happen. That was in it. Ryan, we told you that from the get-go. And this is the thing. When you see Ryan, you don't see him around any friends, any family, nothing like that. He doesn't have. It seems like he gave it up. From what I know, look on the outside looking in, he gave up everything for Gypsy Rose. And look at his career, everything. First of all, she should have never had a cell phone. she would have to use the house phone only. See, that cell phone is the problem, and social media. Social media is the thing that started this, in my opinion, too. I mean, I'm not blaming social media, but when she finds a way to connect with someone, like she was with Nick Godejohn and with Dan, where she was able to sneak around on social media, she probably did the same thing, sneak around in the house with Ryan. Okay, let's read this. Okay, it says Gypsy Rose Blanchard locked herself. Okay, Gypsy Rose Blanchard locked herself in her bathroom in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She was frightened, trying to pull herself together as her husband, Ryan Anderson, who's 36, banged on the door late at night. Let me in, he allegedly screamed. Blanchard's close friend tells People, relaying Blanchard's account of the situation. Blanchard, who's 32, was scared the tension could escalate. As Anderson allegedly pounded harder, Blanchard quickly called a relative to pick her up. She knew this was the end of her 2-year marriage. He got in her face and screamed, says her close friend and tattoo artist. I'm sorry, that tattoo artist. Oh, so she did the tattoos. Okay, plug that girl. Nadia Visor, who's 22, who is shedding light on what she says led to Blanchard's sudden separation from Anderson in late March, just 3 months after her prison release. Gypsy said she was afraid he was going to hit her. He didn't, but that happened in the past with her mother. So her first instinct was to tighten up and be prepared. But she got to safety, called her lawyer too. Ryan is a big guy, and she told me it was really scary. Y'all, Gypsy, come on. Gypsy. Anderson could not be reached by People after multiple attempts. Blanchard's defense attorney, Mike Stanfield, did not respond. At dawn, Blanchard took her belongings and spent hours on a drive back to the home of her father, Rod, and stepmother, Christie's, in Cutoff, Louisiana, to begin her new life again. Now, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with Rod and Christie. Y'all want Burgundy to tell you what's gonna happen? You want Burgundy? She shouldn't have. Hey, Trina, she shouldn't have gotten married so fast. She was in jail with no money, but she did them interviews and got her money up. Yeah, she got her money up, and it was released later. She had to wait. She had a trust fund. She had a trust fund for those later interviews. Yep. So I don't know how long it was, but she definitely had a trust fund. Thanks for being here, Trina. Okay, so wait a minute. Y'all want to know what's going to happen with Rod? And this is my prediction. Because Gypsy Rose is so predictable. They about to get into it about money. Okay? That's number one. Number two is going to be they tried to control her and her money. Number two. Number three, her and Christy. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Please. I'm not. I swear. I don't know why this just crossed my head. I'll be having my door locked every night. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, because not that Gypsy would do it, but everybody feels like she's a victim and they want to protect her. And rightfully so, because of what her mom did to her. But if she's able to manipulate certain people to do certain things, I lock my door. I'm just saying. So that relationship about to go bad. The stepsister, she about to go off. She was flirting with my boyfriend, because her and the stepsister, I think the stepsister like 24. She's a beauty too. That's going to be a jealousy issue. She doesn't know how to be around other people and communicate. We even heard the jail stories, right? We already heard the jail stories. So of how she was able to manipulate allegedly the women in the prison, and how she allegedly was having them turn on each other, because like she allegedly, and I had to put allegedly, had a girlfriend, and it was just a mess. So allegedly, okay. So she knows how to work the system and move her way around because of what her mom did and how she was groomed into doing that. I do have sympathy and empathy for Gypsy Rose. But I think she needs counseling more than once a week to get over. Can you imagine having to pull your shirt up every day and seeing where your feeding tube was? That has to be an issue. It has to be a lot of issues. But yeah, this man about to take all her money. He about to take all her money, okay? Not a little bit. He gonna take it all. Ryan, if you don't have a prenup, I would come after it. I would ask anything I'm filmed on, anything I help with, get half. Get half, because Ryan's story is still gonna be shown in Gypsy Rose after, was it life after lockup, right? Get your half, Ryan. Get your money. Because she's showing you, like, I can't imagine somebody taunting me this way. And see, this bill, see, Nick Godejohn, he tried to do a parole recall or whatever, and they denied it. If he would have waited a couple of more weeks, I don't know if he could do it again, and when he'll be back up for parole review. But if he could have waited, this would have been proof that she definitely manipulated Ryan. You know what I mean? To me, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but she for sure manipulated Ryan and got him down there. Okay. And then remember in Gypsy Rose prison tapes, she was like, "Yeah, my stepmom told me to get the marriage annulled," and Ryan was going off like, "I done lost my job. I did." It's sad, but I don't like the way she flaunted this in his face. If you gonna be with Ken, go to be with Ken. You don't need to put it on. You don't need to be on TikTok doing all this. And you know what? They're doing all this babyish, like they're 16 years old, going, you know what I mean? They're doing this. They look like they're on. Anybody ever saw the movie Cry Baby with Johnny Depp? It's like they're trying to have a teen romance or something. It's like, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like she Breaking Bad to be with this guy, right? And didn't he leave you when you were in jail? He left you alone. So we get it, but matching tattoos, was that necessary? And to show your husband you still are married. He is kind of cute. I mean, you just it was all good a week ago. Just this, y'all, this the sister in the middle with the blonde hair right here, and that's Christy, the stepmom. The sister in the middle. And I always have, now the sister is younger, right? But Christy and them, where were you when she was going through all that with Dee Dee? I know Dee Dee kept them away, but like, I don't know. It's something about Christy I'm not feeling. Y'all let me know your thoughts on Christy. Like, she got to be violating some form of parole. It was just on the 8th. This was her and her husband. Just on the 8th. Wait a minute, is that the grandfather? Who is he? I'm about to say, I know that's not the grandfather that was saying it can't be. Okay, let's get back to the People magazine. I mean, you just was with your man last week. So Ryan has something to say before we leave. She probably got a directive. She probably got, he cleaned his whole social media. He got rid of everything that's reminded him of Gypsy Rose. And he probably like, why? Like, why would you do this to me? Like, you could have left me where I was at. But then we said that prison relationship marriages fail. What was it, like 92% of the time, especially for women? Didn't we say that? Hey, amazing. Gypsy is Fredia Krueger. Fredia Krueger. Okay, so let's go to what Ryan had to say. This is very interesting to me, because I think he's just hurt and he's handling it like a 36-year-old, I think, so far from what we see. Like he may just move on. Like sometimes you have to cut your losses. You ever had a real bad breakup and then you staring at the, well, see, when I was having breakups back in the day, it didn't have to be, it wasn't social media, but I might have to ride by your house, see if it's a car in the driveway. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I'm so glad I had to witness social media when I was going through heartbreaks or something like that. You know what I mean? Because that's devastating. Somebody just move on. And y'all ever have a Facebook friend? It's like it's this guy on Facebook. I'm being honest. You guys know what I'm talking about. He was married to this lady forever. And we looked on Facebook and he was having a wedding. So we just assumed, because we all were like in high school together. So we just assumed this guy was remarrying his wife. Because I mean, he was one that posted, I almost said their name. He posted the wife all the time. They had a hashtag forever, blah, blah, blah. So the new girl looked kind of similar to the old wife to us, but all of a sudden he was having a wedding. And we was like, now when they break up, when he meet her, when they get me, y'all ever run into something like that? And then I can imagine the wife, and I think they had blended family, like he had kids and she had kids. And they're just watching this extravagant, crazy wedding. And I think her wedding was at the courthouse. Because they married a little, I think they were modest. It was just a modest wedding. Now this wedding looked like it's coming to America. And it's like, what happened? So now we looking for the lady, but the lady then took down her social media, which she should have, because see, people like us was looking to see what she had to say about it. But yeah, it's like people move on and they forget life is Kodak. We do remember your last wife, sir. Sir, it was just 3 months ago. She gets some manipulation from her mother, very much so. Very much so. The Blanchard family should lock bedroom doors. Shouldn't trust Gypsy Rose. Yeah, this stuff it be crazy. People be thinking you could just delete a picture and we forget you was married and had a whole family. No. We know you married. Okay, let's go to what he had to say. We're here now. Let me add this to the stage. So we're reading from the Daily Mail. It says exclusive: Gypsy Rose Blanchard's estranged husband Ryan Anderson. She gonna go to jail, y'all. I bet you, Ryan. Look, they showing them cigarettes. What if she had? She's not supposed to have liquor, right? Because I think she's not supposed to have alcohol right now. Oh, Ryan about to be now. She going back. Allegedly. I bet you we see Gypsy Rose back, because I bet you Ken is going to allow her to be caught up in some mess that Ryan wasn't going to let her get caught up in. So it said Gypsy Rose Blanchard's estranged husband Ryan Anderson reveals he was blindsided by their split and had no clue she had strong feelings for her ex-boyfriend. She got strong feelings. The only thing that got feelings is below the belt buckle, if you know what I mean. That's the only thing that Gypsy Rose was concerned about. Much like, remember when when the last day after the mom was take it away, the mom was deleted. She went to the hotel and had sex with Nick. She just over sexualizes everything. So I think that she didn't have strong. She just wanted something new, and she probably just, it is. Gypsy Rose Blanchard's estranged husband has broken cover to tell of his shock and devastation at their separation. Speaking exclusively to DailyMail.com, Ryan Anderson confirmed that he and the mom, oh my God, M-word, Blanchard, have separated over her continued relationship from her ex-fiance, Ken Erker. He said, "I'm not doing well with it. For me, it just came out the blue. I had no idea she had such strong feelings for him." Seen in these exclusive pictures, special needs teacher Anderson, 37, clutch Pixie the cute little Shih Tzu pup that he and Blanchard, 32, adopted together in January, as he told Daily Mail.com that he was for sure keeping the dog. She didn't left the dog. She abandoned the dog. Yeah, she should not be married then if she want new, fresh D every time. And speaking as a single person, the D out here is not that fresh, ma'am. Don't get married. Stay married. Don't go out there. Don't go out there, ladies. Stay married, please. The dad paid $1,200. No shade, guys. I'm just the dad paid $1,200 a month child support even after she was 18, and mom refused to allow him to see. Oh my goodness. It's just horrible. It's horrible. Okay, so I'm glad he kept the dog because ain't no telling where that dog be. Barely 4 months ago, Anderson posted about his perfect life on Instagram when he introduced Pixie to followers in a picture of her with Blanchard and wrote, "My two favorite girls. My family's adorable. I'm so lucky." Okay. Look at Gypsy. Just horrible. But the happily ever after he assumed would follow the Munchausens by proxy victims' December release after serving 8 years for the murder of her mother has come to nothing. Instead, just a day ago on Thursday, pictures emerged of Blanchard hand in hand with Urker, who first started writing her in 2018, having seen the HBO documentary of her childhood, Mommy Dearest. They broke up not long before she started her prison romance with Anderson in 2020. Apparently, without a care in the world, a beaming Blanchard and Urker was seen visiting Dollar General store in South Louisiana and casually smoking a cigarette together. They made no effort to hide the matching husky dog tattoos they just got days earlier. You know what? Don't you got a Shih Tzu at home? Why you getting matched? So you gonna leave the dog at home, the little cute Shih Tzu, and go get a dog tattoo with your ex-fiance? Ooh, guys, oh my goodness. Remember Ryan gave her his grandmother's ring, right? Did he get it back? She better have left that lady ring over there. They made no effort to hide the matching husky dog tattoos they just got days earlier. For Anderson, it was a cruel and confusing display of their closeness. He told Daily Mail, "I haven't spoken to her, so I just don't know what's going on. I'm lost. I'm really not doing well at all." I bet that has to be a horrible feeling, y'all. It has been almost 2 weeks since Blanchard blindsided her husband and moved out of their marital home in Lake Charles and back into her father and stepmother's home in Cutoff, Louisiana, 3-hour drive away. Urker wasted no time in flying from Texas, not on his dime, I bet. I bet you guys, to be by her side. And while Blanchard insisted there's no intimacy between the pair, that he is simply being a supportive friend. Anderson is clear that the relationship is to blame for the end of his marriage. Neither Blanchard's father's Rod nor her stepmother Christy were in favor of her marrying Anderson. That's Ryan. For his part, Rod said he gave their marriage 50-50 odds at best. The relationship began during COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 when Netflix hit show Tiger King was garnering huge public attention. One of Anderson's co-workers wanted to write to Tiger King, who's Joe Exotic, and so Anderson told him, "If you write to him, I'll write to Gypsy Rose Blanchard." Blanchard's family have voiced concern that the relationship started as little more than a dare. But according to one family member who spoke to DailyMail.com, Anderson went into it with the best of intentions. The relative said, "He really loves her. Ryan's a really good guy. You won't get better than Ryan." But she's scarred by all that happened to her. Gypsy Rose. Y'all, why did I get this picture of her and Ryan, right? They're sitting there chilling. And then he walking around with the little dog, sad. Oh, man. Oh, y'all, what do y'all think about this? Gypsy Rose. Yeah. All marriages are 50-50 chance. Yeah. Just horrible. Just horrible. Now, but it was something for sure with the prison situation where it was only like a 10% chance they was gonna make it, maybe 5. We thought Gypsy was doing okay, but she's not. Ryan's having counseling, and I know she's court mandated to do it, but it's like there's forces inside of Gypsy pulling against her. Blanchard's traumatic childhood and early adulthood has been fodder for documentaries, movies, books, and countless magazines, newspaper, and online articles. She was released from, I don't know how to say that, the Correctional Center in Missouri, December 28th. Wow. So she was just released. So it wasn't even, it's just 3 months, maybe 4, going into her 4th month. Oh my goodness. Y'all, Gypsy Rose said, I can't do this. I always saw Ryan walking around with that sweat towel, and I can imagine he probably sweat a lot in the bed. And that kind of irks me. Like, I don't know. We talk sister wives and stuff over here too. And I always be like, I don't want to share no bed with nobody out to hog it. You know what I mean? Like, I need my side of the bed to be cool. And I know Ryan just was, and he was clawing at her all the time. Like he was just like, oh, she was like, get off of me. Like that first week, we covered it when they got to the hotel after her release, and she wanted to just eat her Big Mac and lay down and drink her soda and lay down. And he was just grabbing at her like, oh, that ain't the only thing you're gonna eat tonight. Like, no. Leave me alone. I want to eat my Big Mac and lay on a pillow. Ugh, it was just horrible. It was horrible. So, guys, that was our Gypsy Rose review. I'm really disappointed in her. But it's like she got to live her life, but she should have just been like, see, the problem was, we need to know more about Ken. Ken must have not had the stability to take her in like Ryan did. On that paperwork, Ryan probably was pristine for the parole board to release her to him. Whereas Ken, he probably was a little sus. So we're going to find out a little bit more about Ken. But Gypsy, my advice, be careful, girl. He going to run through your money. He going to run through you. He just going to run through. All right, y'all. As always, I ain't judging. Bitches be getting cheated on every day. Bye.
Commentary blue. Commentary burgundy. Commentary. Comment blue. Commentary. Comment burgundy blue. Commentary blue.